See, that was Josh. Hello.
Join us live. We were a bit late. We've just started on YouTube.
She's making her apologies to Instagram.
So join us live over there now for our review of The Cry.
The Cry. The Cry. Here we are. Just finding ourselves on here. Hello, Claire Hall. Hello, Laura Megan Alexander. Hello, Callie Lockhart. Hello, Elaine Kidd. Evening. Sorry, excuse me. Hello, Ashley. Hi, Morgan.
So, the final episode.
Final episode.
What did we think of it? She
Oh
wakes
my
up
God.
in hospital,
Hey!
battered. And a lot of it is then in flashback, isn't it, at the beginning?
Yeah. We're not very good at spotting flashbacks.
And I love the scene.
I'm not very good at spotting
you're not.
flashbacks, apart from the big giveaway these days is when they're in court. Usually you can assume they're talking back.
And I love the scene where they're in with the police officers who are telling them that it's now been 4 months.
Hi, Amy.
And they're stopping the investigation.
Yeah.
And her great line, she says, I find that most people think that their guilt will be alleviated over time.
Yeah.
But what I've discovered is it increases.
Gets worse.
And we were set up for the episode and we knew
Yeah.
it was going to be good.
I tell you what I found so unsettling about the whole series, but especially this episode, was the layers of guilt. I was feeling their guilt.
Yeah.
I was feeling the lies. I was
Oh
feeling
my
the bed of
God.
lies, the festering pits
What did I
of-
say about him? I said he was a psychopath.
But do you
didn't I?
think, but did he do it on purpose?
No, definitely
No one
not.
did,
But
so-
I knew he'd done it. I knew it. You remember me saying I knew he'd done it. No, I think that he just wanted the baby to just shut up crying. He'd been left with it for 5 minutes while she went to the toilet.
Classic bloke.
And he was knackered and he just wanted the baby to shut up and he hadn't tried it. No, he definitely didn't murder it.
Right.
I think it was manslaughter. What do you think, guys? Murder or manslaughter?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. The bigger crime, and I mean, this sounds really weird, but the bigger crime, in a sense, was his manipulation of his wife. If he did it, was him knowing that he'd done that and willing to take her to such extraordinary levels of self-loathing.
Yeah, and should we just have a little moment again, just to say again how exquisite Jenna Coleman's face is. Exquisite.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong pointing a camera at her and her doing nothing, which is what the director in this series has done a lot. And I can tell you what, her doing nothing when just a big close-up is incredibly watchable.
Was very beautifully lit, would you not say?
Beautifully lit.
Beautifully lit as well.
Yeah. Kiki, Jonathan Miles there. Johnny Miles. Hi, Johnny. Kiki
Hi,
got
Johnny.
you into it yesterday and binge-watched it today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what?
Good.
Johnny's on.
Johnny,
He
your
said
friend
he
Johnny
binge-watched
binge-watched it.
How is that not enough time?
No, not now. Not now.
He watched it all today.
You're right, Tracy. It wasn't just the way she looked. Her entire performance was exquisite. It was like an incredibly complicated, detailed work of miniature expertise.
Yeah, no, her acting was just faultless. I believed every single word she said, as did the husband.
Can I?
But he was so heinous.
I have to say, shout out has to go out to the actor who played Alistair, because he was remarkably good and remarkably convincing. But do you think that the series, on a sort of, not getting all kind of academic about it, but do you think the series was a little bit like a metaphorical exploration of the power struggles in many male-female relationships?
Yeah, when she said, why did he have the power? Because I let him. And then when she said, shameless.
Shameless, yeah.
Didn't she? She said shameless.
I felt women all over the country cheering at that point, at the sort of acknowledgement that you're all enslaved by us.
Well, it's because I always say we choose what we want in a relationship. You choose the person you want. So disappointed in the ending.
Oh, were you,
sold
Bea?
out. Yeah.
What do you mean she sold out?
Maddie thought, didn't you, Maddie? Maddie said
Who sold
it was
out?
disappointing, the last episode.
Sorry, I don't understand, Bea. What do you mean she sold out?
I think she meant the writer.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, come back to us. I'm fascinated to know why. The ending was the best part, Johnny said. Yeah, I mean, I thought the ending was curious. I thought it was I gathered that the baby was buried under the house.
I didn't
Because
until she walked back
he took
in.
that really odd photograph.
But you kept saying I can't work out what the photograph
No,
was.
and then I began to think, well, it's about the floor.
You didn't. Not
honestly,
until she walked into
honestly,
that.
on that shot, I said it really early on. I said, is it something to do with it being buried under the floorboards? But I thought that's a bit literal, isn't it?
You're right, Ashley. His mother always knew there was something wrong because she knew he was a bastard.
There's that real worry when a mother truly knows, certainly a son better. My mother doesn't know
It's like
anything
when
about
the
me.
lawyer said, why did you never visit him in 15 years in Glasgow?
Yeah, that's
She
telling.
knew what he was like.
Was she scared of him? Oh, here we go. B, hello. Sold out. No, Jenna did. She let him get away with it. People will always think she was guilty. I get that she wanted it over, but the world needed to know what... I know what you mean. She left herself implicated for the rest of her life.
No. What she did was she won. He tried to destroy her. She could have killed herself with what guilt he'd piled on her head. And she did the best for him. He got his comeuppance. She was dead and she was going to go on and live another day and have another baby.
What did we think of the older daughter? Sounds very good. What did we think of the older daughter? Because she annoyed the hell out of Maddie and Kiki, didn't she?
Did she annoy you, Maddie?
So much.
She annoyed them so much, yeah. But that shot at the end when Jenna Coleman got into the car and she was holding the photo.
I think there's going to be a series 2 and I think she's going to come looking for Jenna.
What about the daughter's weird birthday party?
Yeah, because she was
I think
disturbed.
the daughter did it.
No, she didn't.
I think
he
she did.
it. He gave him the wrong medicine.
Do you
I
think
thought it was strange that he took the pic of her in the house, the realisation on her face when she knew.
Where Noah was.
Where did that happen?
I don't know.
Can't remember where she
But
was.
I tell you what gave it away for me was the framing of the shot of her in the photograph was a little bit odd.
Yeah, because it was looking down.
Yeah.
Oh, Marie Williams. He killed her baby, so she killed him.
It's just plain and simple as that.
That's
Plain and simple as that. Is there any set of circumstance? Do you think one would need to watch the series again to see if they've left a sort of memory of the moment he realised it was him? Or do you think he knew it was him all along?
It'd be interesting to watch again. Sarah White says the daughter was guilting them into confessing with the party.
She was nudging. She was putting pressure on. She was doing that. Come on, guys. You know you know
Zoe,
more.
did anyone else think she nodded at the daughter holding the pic of Noah at the end?
Sorry?
I'd have to look back.
Lewis, is this better than The Bodyguard? Utterly,
Oh my
absolutely,
God, yes. No
and
comparison.
demonstratively.
No comparison.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, it was pretty chilling and psychopathic when she came home and there he is having a little chinwag with a glass of wine with the woman he struck the publishing deal with.
Psychopathic moment.
But I thought Jenna Coleman played those scenes so well, those kind of crunching dramatic moments that any other actress would have had it all going on all over her face.
So small the way she played it.
So small.
When he said about
Micro.
the book, are we doing that? Are we? Yeah, who's our favourite in the cry? Well, I thought they were all brilliant. All brilliant. It had to be Jenna Coleman.
Yeah.
Total star. Amelia, to some degree, I feel a slight sense of sympathy for the husband. Don't get me wrong, he's a horrible person, but... Well, funny you should say that, because I felt sympathy for Villanelle in Killing Eve yesterday when she got thrown in jail, even though she murdered
Yeah, but that's
all
not
those
the husband.
people.
You didn't feel anything
And
for
so
this guy.
so I can understand that. No, I didn't feel anything for him. I really hated him.
Yeah.
Because I don't think anything bad happened to him with Villanelle in Killing Eve.
Well, you see, I would have felt sorry for him if he had had a breakdown and admitted his moment of realising it could have been him. Because his most unforgivable act, apart from obviously killing his baby, was allowing his dear wife to go through the emotional turmoil and acrobatics and basically the self-erosion of her entire character. He just let that happen. That's unforgivable. That deserves being driven off the edge of a cliff.
Do you know what I think I'm going to do?
What?
I think I'm going to watch Victoria now, just to see Jenna Coleman.
I think I might.
Because people are saying she's so good.
She was in
it.
Emmerdale. I might watch Emmerdale. I might
that's going too
I might
far
watch back episodes of Emmerdale. Do you think she worked in the bar? She's too tiny to work in a bar, isn't she? Psychopaths are made by their upbringing, so does Mother Dearest feel guilty? Maybe she's a psychopath.
No.
I mean, hang on. I'm going to...
Bless your child.
My
Victoria's amazing. You must
God.
watch it. She's brilliant in Victoria.
Well, I can't literally... If I now hear the name Jenna Coleman attached to a new series, I'm going to run at it. I'm going to absolutely run at it.
Screaming. Ah!
yeah.
By the way, has anyone seen our family vlogs?
Yeah, there's a new one going up
It's
tonight.
fairly new. We've only been doing them for the last few weeks.
Yeah.
So one went up yesterday, I think for the last 3 weeks. So you can always binge watch them. They
Yeah.
go out Saturday, Sunday and Monday.
There's another one going out tonight, shortly after this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so hit the notification bell, because then YouTube will tell you when Mark's loaded it
Connie
up.
Parker. Nadia does think there's going to be a season 2.
Well, I just think it felt very set up
Yeah.
with the daughter.
So would you say the series does resonate on many other levels for women around issues of control and being in relationships? I felt it could. I felt it was speaking to me.
Of course,
we all make mini
absolutely.
sacrifices in all the relationships that we're in.
It's about you know,
and men can control through weakness as well as through
women
strength.
can control in exactly the
absolutely.
same way. So for me, it was absolutely a program about domestic violence.
Right.
He didn't hit her.
No, absolutely.
But he utterly controlled her. I mean, what he did to her, you'd prefer to be smashed in the face or kicked down the stairs than that put on, and the mind games that he played with her. And I think eventually he would have become a batterer. I mean, look how he was with the ex in her kitchen.
Yes.
When he went towards her.
Yes, that was a horrible scene.
He was definitely a batterer.
I also like the series, given that we come from a blended family ourselves.
Yes, there is another one tonight, Sarah Carlitos.
Given that we come from a blended family ourselves with my eldest 2 girls and what have you, I thought it was interesting, that line when she said, I don't want to be her mother. And you know, you've got this whole sort of blended sort of looking after the stepchild, and you've got the nan, his mother having to cater for, you know, the other mother of his eldest child. And I thought that was very realistic. So I found, you know, this phrase relatable. I thought it
there
was
are
relatable.
so many good themes that are relatable to so many
Mental
women.
abuse, Marie Williams.
Daniel Mandler says that he went to see The Hate You Give today.
Oh, did
so
you?
did we.
Were
We
you
all
there?
went to see it.
Did you see it at the London Film Festival? We
saw
saw a
it
MOBO Awards screening
at the
Hamyard Hotel.
and we're going to
We're going to review it tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. I cried a lot. Sandra MacArthur, if she told you the truth, she would have been tried as an accessory to murder and wouldn't have been able to buy the house with the baby. Her one vision was she wanted to get to where her baby was, didn't she?
I like little moments.
She won, as far as she was concerned.
Can I also give a shout out, because yes, the performances were great. The story, a classic example of a story tailored to a perfect length of 4 episodes. Didn't stretch it out further, but also didn't have a really micro series of. I hate it when you just get 2 episodes.
Yeah.
But the other thing I have to give a shout out to is the way it was shot. Beautifully shot. Understated, didn't get in the way of it. And there were little moments like, you know, when they met on the steps and the columns of Glasgow, when they first met. And I thought, again, just that transformation of how they were when they were wooing each other to that broken downness and that sort of weight, the weight on them. I thought, so those little touches I thought were remarkably nice. I thought it was so impeccable. And then being able to relate.
The BBC it is good old-fashioned best.
Absolutely.
Daniel Mandler's in the States. That's why he's seen The Hate You Give.
Yes, of
it
course.
doesn't come out in our theatres
Comes
until
out tomorrow. Yeah. And I also me and Maddie like being able to connect that slow motion shot in the titles was obviously that slow motion shot of her going forward in the car.
Yes. Beautiful shot.
Did you notice the speed? Did it not give you a little red flag there? Was the speed with which she undid his seatbelt? Incredibly astute. She was on it, wasn't she?
She knew what she was going to do.
Yeah, she knew what she was doing.
When she set off, I mean, it was premeditated murder.
Yeah.
She knew when she took him out for that drive that if he had said he'd poisoned the baby, he was going to die.
Yeah. I think, like you say, Todd the Bunny, the fact that she's back in the house with the baby underneath it, the fact that the daughter's is holding up photos, I think you're right, Series 2 beckons.
Maybe they're going to dig up the house.
Yeah. Bohemian Rhapsody this week too.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia, let him go.
Beelzebub is a devil in disguise for me. For me. For me. You see how on a dime things can change here? Just on a dime.
So all in
Anyway.
all, a fantastic
What would you give it out of 10, guys? Maddie, what would you give The Cry out of 10?
9.
9.
10.
10 from Kiki. Interesting that Kiki's age group is really related
Kiki
to
11.
it. They really related to this
Yeah.
series.
Or speaking of movies, I finally saw A Star Is Born this weekend. Yeah, if anyone has missed our Star Is Born review,
I love Orange Kills
go
comment.
and watch it, because I'm telling you, you have never seen 2 reviewers get more emotional about a film than our review about A Star Is Born.
Warner
My
Brothers,
God, it touched our hearts so deeply.
You owe us a great big pat on the back, because I think about 20,000 people have gone to see it because of us.
My God. We're still too raw to actually listen to the music.
Yeah.
We're going to have to wait a bit.
Yeah.
Maddie's listened to it a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, I might put it on my phone.
Claire,
and
stop,
listen
get to
tomorrow.
it. 20 out of 10 from Laura Elizabeth. Marie Williams, 10 out of 10. Debbie Hallwood, 9 out of 10. Oh, 10 bottles.
10 baby bottles, Laura Elizabeth.
Yeah, I'd give it a great big smacking 10 out of 10. I think it and Patrick Melrose, but this for consistency across the run. I mean, it had me there right until the end. Right until the end.
Listen, guys, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Darren Boy.
Please go and check out all our other films, gardening,
Good
mental
score, Connie.
health, family vlogging, you name it, we deliver it. All we ask for is a like, press the like.
And as Maddie says, no
and
negativity, mate.
A subscription. Thanks ever so much.
Stay tuned
from all
because there's a
over the
vlog
world.
coming in a minute.
We know you join us from all over the world. This is my Australian accent, just in case you didn't know, mate.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you again very soon.
She's behaving like a right sailor. What was I going to say? Doing a vlog sounds like you're about to go to the loo, doesn't it?
Oh.
I'm about to do a vlog.
Ta-da.
All right, vlogger.
Love ya.
Gonna drop a vlogger.
Don't go changing, missing
Gonna
you
drop
already.
a vlogger.